What is going on? Welcome and welcome back, fellow fans of Clash of Clans. Thank you so much for stopping by. It is your host, Galadon. And have I broken Clash of Clans? What is going on? I've got a 353 troop space army absolutely annihilating every single defender. Okay, not every single defender, but it's true. I am using 353 troop space in every attack. Now, you may have figured this out already, but the siege barracks, oh my gosh. Okay, people complained that they didn't get a new level of camps this time around at Town Hall 13, right? But you did get the siege barracks, which technically gives you 73 more housing space for an attack if you're happy with a P.E.K.K.A. and a bunch of wizards. If you are, like me, and you're a spammer, like I tend to be sometimes, then this type of attack could work out pretty well. Now, of course, there are better ways, more precise, precision ways that you could use the siege barracks, and it could even be effective with an air attack. But for now, for me, I am using Galadon Yeti Smash, and I'm dropping in the siege barracks just to kind of help bolster the troops that head towards the core. Now, of course, what usually happens is I end up with that very late deployment P.E.K.K.A., Ice Golem, and Giant. And occasionally, I've noticed that the Ice Golem, well, it's kind of a waste. Let's just be honest. Dropping an Ice Golem this late in the attack, notice right here, there it is, paired with the Giant to the right of the heroes, not doing a thing, absolutely lost, and never is a factor in this raid. The P.E.K.K.A., good. I may need to rethink what I want to put in there that's going to deploy last, besides the Ice Golem and the Giant, but either way, we're picking up triple after triple after triple with just a little bit of what? FF, that's right, fundamental funneling. So honestly, STAPFF, spell timing and placement, fundamental funneling, those things are just about all you need to get through most bases. We are absolutely destroying defender after defender, just making sure you'll notice, and I'll go over the exact deployment of this attack in a moment, that it's just making sure those outside edges of the buildings don't allow most of the troops to go wandering astray. You know, doing the old P.E.K.K.A. go round type thing. Once you've gotten that out of the way, the jump, the earthquake spells, they take over. Of course, well-placed rages in the core and timed hero abilities. But yeah, I don't know. This is my new favorite attack for now, as we tend to start to hit more and more of these fully maxed out bases. Then things might change. We'll see. Obviously, this was a very good Legend League day. In fact, I am showing you 5 replays in today's episode, and that was 5 of 8 in one Legend League day that were perfect 3-star attacks. Now, I don't expect that, again, to be consistent, but it worked out pretty well. Pretty excited about that, and this is certainly my favorite attack strategy right now. Now, a big part of this is, of course, the level 20 Royal Champion. She is amazing, incredibly strong, and hopefully will remain that way. Fingers crossed. Not saying the N-word, but, you know, occasionally the 4-letter N-E-R-F. I didn't say it, I spelled it, that's different. Happens, and we'll just have to wait and see. Now, those players, of course, like myself, who have advanced the Royal Warrior to max level are seeing a huge advantage right now on offense. She is key. She makes a major difference between a average to above average 2-star attack and a triple time and time again. And we see that especially in the way that she interacts with what's left in the siege barracks, meaning that late P.E.K.K.A. that does come out oftentimes pairs up with the Royal Champion and they just blast their way through a specific quadrant of the base. So actually, you know, the Royal Champion deployment is just as critical as many other portions of these raids. And it's kind of cool because now here at Town Hall 13, we have something new to learn, something new to consider, and yes, the attacks get a little bit more complicated. So notice that every single base we're checking out today is completely different in layout, but the attack, pretty much the same. Ice Golem on either side, then 1 Yeti and 1 Wizard on either side, where I want to create that funnel. The Yeti doing a great job of getting that building out of the way. The Wizard often has the Ice Golem and the Yeti tanking for him. He's going to get in there, and then notice the siege barracks goes down first just to get things started. The P.E.K.K.A. is going to come out. We've got a lot of time before all of the wizards come rolling out. and then in goes everybody else. The Yetis, the heroes, except for the Royal Champion, are all going to bounce in right now. And again, still trying to consider. I would love to get feedback from you guys as far as what you think would do better in my siege barracks than the Ice Golem and the Giant. Now, I've used 8 Earthquakes. I've also used 2 jump spells. And I've come to the conclusion, or say the compromise, of using half and half. So 4 Earthquake spells and 1 jump spell, usually trying to focus the 4 Earthquakes where I'm going to do the most collateral damage. Obviously, in the middle of a base like this, you can open up like half a dozen compartments easily with the Quattro Quaco, whereas a single jump is probably more effective in just getting your troops into the base itself, especially if there's been a good funnel. So now check out on the far left-hand side at 9 o'clock, we've got the Royal Warden and the P.E.K.K.A. moving in together. The problem here is that you can't really have the P.E.K.K.A. tank for the Royal Warden because she's always going to run out in front after defenses and get smashed in the face by Archer Towers and Wizard Towers and the sort. So generally, we just have to count on her being a little bit tanky, and then the P.E.K.K.A. kind of rolling in there to clean up, doing a better job than, say, a Wizard or 2, simply because a giant bomb is not going to wipe out the P.E.K.K.A. She can take some damage before she goes down. In this case, check out the ideal freeze. That was absolutely perfection. And again, I just said, I know, in last attack that Ice Golems aren't that useful, but okay, that was an exception to the rule. That's not usually how well it works out. In this case, we overwhelm anyway, and the Royal Champion, well, she just illustrates right here why we don't need additional time at Town Hall 13. You know, time fails, they were a big issue at Town Hall 12. Check her out, cruising over to the last building. That right there could be a game changer, folks. The fact that we will see so many fewer time fails because the Royal Champion is going to jump over walls, she's going to sprint across the base, she is relatively fast, and she's going to finish off those 98 and 99% attacks. Now here we go again with what is almost one of the oldest bases in the game. This one has made it from Town Hall 9, 10, 11, 12, and now 13. It's this Southern Teaser diamond-shaped base. It's upside down or whatever you want to call it, but generally the approach almost the same. This time I funneled on the sides and then came right in from 12 o'clock, which, okay, as I look back, this was not the ideal approach, and the Earthquakes could have been better placed as well. In fact, I'm super lucky to have picked up a triple here, and watching the replay right here, kind of surprised. You've got the Eagle, the Inferno Tower, all 4 of those Wizard Towers just firing away down at the bottom of the screen. But again, watch for the Royal Champion moving in late, and it works out well because this time she's kind of joined the main attacking force, so she's not going to get it smashed in the face quite as much. But watch the clutch move right here as she runs in and the ability goes skimming across 4 different defenses, and then again the Ice Golem provides the freeze, and this epic move, she takes out the multi-target Inferno. So she doesn't quite get this Grand Warden, but okay, watch this Archer Queen. Where is she going to go next? Can you predict? No. What? Okay, if you have to, go back and watch that again. The Archer Queen, that's supposed to be improved AI, right? That did not appear to be improved AI to me. She could have easily gotten to the see, I'm too upset I can't even talk. She could have easily gotten to the Grand Warden or the Archer Tower before she started blasting through the wall to try to get to a stinking gold mine or whatever it was. So I don't even know what that's all about. Honestly, I feel like this has been a years-long process trying to perfect the AI of the heroes, and regrettably, they still don't have it right. Okay, watch this. Watch the Yeti mites. Right there, Archer Tower. Beautiful. That, again, would have been a big problem in any other raid, but the Yeti mites bounce back, they clap back, they snap back, whatever you want to call it, taking out the Archer Tower, and we pick up yet another 3-star. Okay, moving on to the last attack of the day, and a slightly unusual base design, and I would say a little bit of an unusual funnel. I decided the idea here would be to get the troops into the town hall, because I'm chicken. I'm afraid to go far side. You know, I'm going for the safe 2-star, trying to maximize trophies. And the thought is here, there's already an open alleyway that's going to path me into the town hall. If I can get a little bit of funneling done just to the right of the 12 o'clock position of this base, I can get right into the town hall. So I dropped an additional Yeti and an additional wizard. And once this gold storage goes down, there is no chance of anybody going astray. Everybody rolling right in. I drop everybody pretty much right together, spamming all those units in, the siege machine plunking out wizard after wizard, and it comes down to spell timing and placement, watch the earthquake spells, and this is suddenly essentially a wall-less base. Notice that we have access to every single Inferno tower, most defenses, both scatter shots, including, of course, the Eagle Artillery, and every hero without having to deal with a wall. So this is a base that is exceptionally vulnerable to the earthquake spells. I didn't even really need that final jump spell. Threw it in just on the outside chance that units want to get around and clean up, because even early on in this attack, I was feeling really good. And then again, check out the P.E.K.K.A. Royal Champion combination on the left-hand side around 9 o'clock. She is going to forage ahead, but already that entire quarter of the base is defenseless. The P.E.K.K.A. is just on cleanup duty and should have plenty of time to get the job done. The Royal Champion hasn't even used her ability yet right here, and she is just going to annihilate early on in this attack. We knew it was going to be a triple. It turns out the jump spell, okay, maybe a little bit of lucky placement. That worked out pretty well. Happy with where the jump spell went. The Royal Champion forges a path ahead, and watch, ready for the last 4 defenses to get annihilated here. Any second now. Here it comes. Watch them at the top of the screen. Watch the long distance dedication as the bomb tower goes down. Remote detonation, long distance dedication, and complete incineration of this base. It's devastation. So yeah, we had fun doing this attack, and it has been a lot of fun to use the Royal Champion and the brand new maxed out Yeti. I hope that you guys are enjoying it, and if you want 353 troop space, this is how to do it. Now, thank you so much for sticking around all the way to the end of the episode. If you get a chance, make that like button happy, gently depress it. Now get out there, make the best of the rest of your day, be kind to people, and I'll see you back here again tomorrow for more full text. That was fast.
Galadon, wait, you sound different, Wait, I sound different. Galadon, what have you done, Galadon?